I believe in independent women. That if you're a woman, even if your husband is working or anything, you also need to have your own things. I've moved around. I've seen how women who have nothing are suffering. They've been abused because you have nothing. You cannot tell me anything. I've been asking, where's my mom? What's happening? Why am I suffering? People have their own mothers, but I don't have. What's happening? And I didn't have much info in what was happening with me.
Let me introduce to you the new kid on the block. Mel Lavi is a new skincare range that recently launched. It is for face and for body. We deal with hyperpigmentation, anti-aging, wrinkles, natural glow. We also deal with dark inner areas. We target dark inner thighs, dark armpits, dark neck, dark elbows, dark knees, you name it. We also have a shaving combo. This shaving combo deals with ingrowns and shaving bumps. Both men and women can use this good quality product shaving range. We've got good actives in our product from glycolic acid, hyaluronic acid, kojic acid, and many more. You can contact us on the WhatsApp number that is popping on the screen, or you can reach out to us on all our social media platforms. We are here for all your skin needs. Hi everyone, this is the Working Wife, the Working Woman podcast, and I'm your host, Promise Makunyane. This podcast is really about women working, women inspiring each other to do it for themselves. I always say it's good to have a man do stuff for you, but it's much more better if you can also do stuff for yourself, girl. We do have a sister podcast. It's called Own Narrative Podcast. That podcast is about marriage and family dynamics, and it airs on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. This one that you are watching, it airs on Sundays at 6 p.m. I'm not sure if I actually want to make this Own Narrative Podcast or the Working Wife, the Working Woman podcast, simply because your background story, it's very much loaded, and I think I'm very much interested in how you grew up, parents, family, the kind of background that you have, and then which now goes into the woman that you are today, who is a farmer.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Sis Promise. How are you?
Good. How's it?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
So I don't know if you know that we've got another podcast, which is a Own Narrative Podcast. Ne? It's about marriage and family dynamics.
Yeah.
And this one is about women working. Ne?
Yeah.
But your story, I think it has a lot, like your upbringing to where you are, it's loaded. So I think I will just start, because on this podcast that you are, which is the Working Woman, the Working Wife podcast, it's about, we start with icebreakers. I don't know if we should start with icebreakers or go straight into your life, because we might be wasting time with icebreakers, not knowing that you're going to have a lot to share and inspire us with. But let me just take a few icebreakers, actually.
Okay.
The first icebreaker is, if you would teach one skill to women, what would you teach them and why?
I would teach them the skills that I have because I'm more to this farming industry.
Yeah.
I will teach people. I will teach them what's farming and how to make money without, even if you don't have qualification, because it's not all of us that we have qualifications. Yeah. So I would teach them that you can make money. You can make money. You can make a living out of nothing because you just play with the soil. Then something comes out. You sell it and then you make money.
I love how you're making it look so easy.
It's very easy when you do it. But when you think about it, you think like it's hard. But I don't know, because I'm used to playing with soil. Maybe that's why I feel like it's easy.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Yes. Last one. Why is it important for women to work, whether they are married or they're not married?
I believe in independent women. That if you're a woman, even if your husband is working or anything, you also need to have your own things. And you have your own things that you want to do. I cannot be waiting for someone to get paid on the 31 or on the 15th for me to get money. I also need to have my own money, that if anything happens, this is life. We need to be realistic. That anything happens, I know I have a backup, I have my own things. So I believe in women working, having their own things. I believe in that. Because I'm one person, I don't believe on a housewife.
Yeah.
I want women to work and have their own things, saying I worked for this.
Yes.
When you have kids, even when you pay school fees, it comes from me. I worked for this money. I didn't wait umntana bantu ukuthi akhiphe imali, because what I have realized is that we make abantwana bantu, we take ourselves as their responsibility. Well, we are not their responsibility. He's my partner. I need to help him.
Yeah.
We need to help each other, to build each other. At least if I have something, when things doesn't go right on his side, I know he knows that my wife will cover for me. But if all of us, I'm a housewife, then something goes wrong at work, that means kids will stop going to school.
Yeah.
We won't eat. Then we need to go back home and bother parents. So that's not the life that I want for women. I want us. That's why I'm saying my wish is that, let's say, empowering working women.
Ooh. All right, girl. That was a loaded answer. I love it so much. Is there any reason why you believe in independence for women?
Yes.
Why?
I've moved around. I've seen how women who have nothing are suffering. They've been abused because you have nothing. You cannot tell me anything.
Ooh.
But if someone has something, that person would really appreciate that person and take care of that person, knowing that person, if she leaves, I will lose.
Yeah.
So if you have nothing, he knows you're not going to go anyway. He will beat you, you will understand. He will do anything that he wants, you will understand, because you have nowhere to go. You have nothing. Uphelele kuye.
Yeah.
But if I have my own things, you start acting up, I pack my bag, I go to my house. And then simple as that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Interesting. Do you want to tell us who you are and what you do? Just tell us about yourself.
Oh, where do I start? Okay. I'm Sma Makutu from Bushbuck Ridge. I'm a farmer. Yes. That's why first when you started, I said, I love playing with the soil. I'm a farmer. I love farming with everything that I own, with everything that is in my heart. I love farming.
Yeah. Are you a mom, a wife?
Yes, I'm a mom and a wife.
How many kids do you have?
I have one.
Okay.
We just got married last year in November. My husband paid lobola, but we didn't. But according to South Africa, we are married.
Yeah. Oh, you mean you didn't finish all the processes?
Yes.
But legally, you are actually married.
Yes, I'm married.
Yeah.
Got married last year in November.
Nice. How long have you been with your partner for?
It has been a while. It has been a while.
Is it the father of your child?
No.
Okay.
No, he's not the father, but he loves my kids like his own.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. Anyway, moving into what I'm most interested in is your upbringing. Tell me about your birth and your infant stages and toddler stage, how you grew up.
Yeah, my childhood was never nice. You know, growing up without your own parents was the hardest thing in my life that I have to go through by that time. Okay, I'll start by saying, my mother died. Okay, my mother, they said she died when she gave birth to me, but I don't know if, because they're saying that my mother got me, and then there was a argument between the family because my mother was not being lobolati, so the family was fighting that now our child is not okay, and she was giving birth to your child. We are taking our child. Then they left me with my father. So when my mother, I don't know if she died or she's alive. I'm not sure about that.
No, wait, what do you mean by that?
Because they just told me that after she gave birth to me, her parents came, they took her. Because my mother, she's from Mozambique, my father is from South Africa.
Okay.
He's from here. Yeah. So they just met in Swaziland because of work, but my mother is from Mozambique, then my father is from here. So those parents from Mozambique, they came and took my mother, then I was left with my father.
Huh.
So I'm not sure that she's alive or what, because I maybe she's no more, because if she was alive, I think she would look for me. But I've never heard of her. I've never heard of anything. I don't even have a background of what's happening with her. I don't know anything.
How old are you now?
I'm 25.
Sure.
So what happened was that my father took me in, he raised me and everything, tried, because my father is from KZN.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he raised me. When I was 4 years, my father, they said, it's a story that I'm being told by one of my auntie that's from they just met because of the surname, they were using the same surname.
Yeah.
So my auntie told me that my father, when I was 4 years old, he started getting sick because of the wife that he was staying with. I don't know what happened, just said that. And then my father died. When he died, they took me to an orphanage because they didn't know where to take me because they have never been at my father's side at KZN. They don't know anyone at KZN. So I went to the orphanage. I stayed there. I grew up. And then in 2010, before the FIFA started, we were in a very big, what do they call it, orphanage.
Yeah.
And I was a bit older, so it got banned. So, because in Swaziland, it's not privileged like now that if something happens, they act very fast and all that. So we had to be street kid us that we're a bit older. We just decided to, like, abanye baya ngapha, abanye baya ngapha. And then I stayed at the street for almost 5 years, so 4 or 5 years. And then one of the good days, because when God have purpose about your life, has purpose, I met someone that's good Samaritan. So,
Okay, before you got to be saved, right, from the streets. your your mom gives birth to you,
yeah,
and he supposedly dies, right?
yeah.
Or she disappears,
Yes.
and then you are left with your dad and who, and alone with your
Yes.
stepmom or with your dad's family.
I was with my dad alone. Remember, my dad, they were in Swaziland. Then my dad is from KZ, and there is no family there. They decided to start their own family there.
They in
When they
Swaziland.
met, who would say, I want to, but I'm from South Africa, my
and I'm
family.
from Mozambique.
I'm from Mozambique. Let's start our own family. Unfortunately, things didn't go according to their plans.
Sure. So who tells you the story? Because obviously you were still. How old were you when you separated with your mom? Or just days or months?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just told that my mother, they came into care. I don't know whether I was a month old or a day old. I don't know. It's my auntie that I met Senkulile when I was a street kid. I met, and then she explained everything to me what happened. That it's a auntie that they meet at Swaziland. They are using the same name, so they were very close with my father. So she's the one who explained everything. Because I've been asking, where's my mom? What's happening? Why am I suffering? People have their own mothers, but I don't have. What's happening? And I didn't have much info in what was happening with me. Then she sat down and explained everything to me. That's when I was like, oh, okay.
So how do you now go to an orphanage and not be taken to your father's family?
Because my auntie, the people that were staying with my father, they didn't know anything about my father.
Okay.
They didn't know any family that they will contact. And they didn't have any information at my father. So they were like, there's nothing we can do. Nathi siyasihlupekela, we cannot assist you.
Sure.
Let us take you to the orphanage. But batokhulisa kahle. And then after that, maybe uzokhula, you will find your family. That's when I got to the orphanage.
And then the orphanage burned down.
It burned down. I don't know what happened, but the whole of it, most of the things, it got burned. So we had to, because they were trying to take everyone, trying to accommodate everyone, but it was not enough for all of us because we were many. So that's when I became a street kid.
And when you're a street kid, how old are you? And what do you get up to, like, on the streets? What happens?
I didn't care much about age.
Yeah.
I was just living, like we wake up in the morning, we will move around, begging for food, move from one town to another. We were moving around and we were growing like that. And we made peace. When we accept this is my situation, it's going to be like this. That means, because sometimes some they wake up dead, they got coldness. Like those are things that we were going through by that time. And it was a very painful thing to us. It's a very, I don't know how can I say it, but it's very painful. We lost our friends. We lost people that we grew up with. Some, they died. Sebakhulile. Some, you see them, like she's my best friend. Tomorrow, she's no more.
Oh, no.
And it was something that when they died, we just pushed them. We don't know what to do with them. Then they will come. Yeah, it was never an easy journey. It was very hard to the extent that you would think of killing yourself because you have nowhere to go. You have no one to call.
Mm.
You will beg. And then you beg. There was a time where I was like, you know what? It was 2012, where I was like, you know what? Let me make peace. This is my life. I don't have anyone. I can't go to school. I have no one. Let me just make peace and live with it. This is my life. It's gonna be good. Meaning I beg. I sleep under the bridge. Kunimvula, kuyapanza, kuyashisa. I'm there. Let me just make peace with it.
Oh, wow. So you were also not going to school because you don't have a birth certificate.
I had papers
Yeah.
from this side, and my father is from this side. So I had papers, but you know, that mind, it's not there. I need to find my papers and fix my life. I didn't care, actually. I was still young.
Because you were young.
Yes, I didn't know anything, but yeah, so yeah, it's life.
So when did you start going to school?
I started going to school. I was doing grade 5. You know, when you go to school, then they are, this one is that child that doesn't have parents. They try to accommodate you.
Yeah.
You learn in Swaziland. By that time, I don't know about now. They were paying school fees.
Okay.
So there was, then after they introduced a program that it pays school fees for people who don't have parents or orphans. That's when I started going to school a bit,
Yeah.
you know. Then in Swaziland, grade 7, it's like grade 12 by that time. My newspaper.
Grade 7 is like grade 12.
Yes, by that time, if you passed, you was wanna do a newspaper.
Is it?
Yes, and all. So I couldn't afford that because I had no one.
Yeah.
That's when I stayed, and then that's when I met these people. There's someone that rescued me and came with me.
How do you meet this person and where do you meet them?
This woman used to go to Swaziland for vacation. She used to go there and visit. So she used to see me. I was very tiny. I had kwashiorkor by that time.
Had what?
Kwashiorkor.
Kwashiorkor.
Yes, I had Ilonza, and I was tan. Imagine someone tiny with a big stomach.
Yeah.
So she used to like me. So one of the good days is she was coming back this side in South Africa. Then she called me and said, why are you here on the street? Then I sat down. She said, buy me food first.
Before we
start, I'm hungry. Then she bought me food, and then we sat down. Then I told her my story, and then she was like, do you want to go back to school? I was like, yes, if I would get that opportunity, I will make sure I'll use it wisely. So you're like, okay, what do you want from now? How do you want me to help you? Not anything, it's fine. And then that's when she took me, she prepared some papers for me to come this side with her. And then I came with her. She loved me. I have her own. She loved me. She took me back to school. She made sure I'm okay.
How old are you by the time you?
I was 15, 14, 15, somewhere there. Because I didn't care about my age. Because another thing that made me not to care about my age, someone who said we are born on this year, someone who said we are born on this year. So I didn't know which one
is true.
Yeah. So I was like, I will use that one that's on my certificate. It's fine. So, yeah.
So you came with her to South Africa?
Yes, I came with her to South Africa. She stays around Bush. Then she stays with me. She was a principal to this other
school,
primary school. She took me to school. I went there and I was
She has children?
Yes, she had 3 children. But they were old because she was also old.
Okay.
They were already working. She was just staying with the grandson and the granddaughter.
Okay.
Yeah, she was old, and also an auntie that was staying with her. So she took me in and she loved me. She showed me love.
Yeah.
That woman loved me with everything that she had. And that what made me to fight for this life.
Yeah.
Because I want to make her proud, and she must not regret for taking me in like her own child. Yeah. And then what happened was that, okay, went to school, everything was okay. And then
how was the transition for you to being homeless, on the streets, not knowing security, shelter, food that is like breakfast, dinner? How was the transition?
Yeah, you would laugh because I remember this other time, we are used to it. I didn't know about Gucci. There's someone who will tell you this is wrong, this is right, because I've grew up on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know Gucci kunama cornflakes, used to we are used to this food on the street. So when I got there, I remember the first time when I got there, she started going me to the clinic for treatment, because you remember I told you that I had kwashiorkor. So she took me to to clinic, and they gave me whatever they gave. She came back with me. So I told the aunt that please prepare food for her. So the aunt was preparing a food with mixed veg, and I didn't know what was mixed veg.
Okay.
So she gave me, I was like, umbila ephalishini, what's this? Then
Is it mealy inside
the
pap?
mixed veg, when they're cooking the chicken stew, they
Yeah.
put mixed
Oh,
veg. So
yes.
on that mixed veg, kunama green beans, kunembila. So mina ngazuthi umbila is that mbila that we buy and
The
eat.
corn.
The corn, yes. And then now it's here.
Inside the
What's
sandwich.
happening here?
What are we
Then
eating?
what are we eating? Then I was like, you know what? I'm hungry. Let me eat. I'll ask later. I ate. Then she bought some breakfast things that she was teaching me. This is how you do this. This is what you do
Oh,
this.
wow.
That woman loves me. Like, she loves everything. When it comes to me, it will stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a nice journey. I started to feel like, okay, now I'm being loved. I have a family. When I'm at school and they say, when she came back with me, she took me to school.
High school.
Yes,
where she was the principal.
Yes, where I did my grade 7.
Yeah.
So when I get the people, they write about your parents, I write about her.
Wow.
Write about your parents, it's Mother's Day. I'll write about her and smiling, the good things. She would write, and she wake up in the morning, whereas first into my life, having a family that they will take you in the morning, you go to school, you come back with a car. I saw those things that it's only for white people who does that, because I didn't have experience. I was like, wow. So there are people that love other people, means they are living life here. And I said to myself, God, help me to use opportunity wisely.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I go to school, I make her proud. And then unfortunately, when COVID started, she passed on.
How old were you then?
It was 20, the COVID started on 2020. Yes. What was I? I think I was 19.
Okay.
I was 20.
I need to stop asking you about age.
Yeah, please.
Because you are, yeah, I'll stop asking. Maybe I want to ask you, were you done with matric?
When she passed on?
She passed.
Yes, I finished my matric 2018.
Okay.
So I took a gap year, because as I'm a farmer, I didn't know what to do by that time.
Okay.
There was like, let me take a gap year. And she was like, decide what you want to do with your life. So I will assist you, whatever you want to do, I will support you. And then I started looking around, what is it that I can do? I wanted to do nursing with all my heart. Unfortunately, my results were not that good. I didn't qualify. I was, what is it that I can do? I was like, okay. Then there's someone that was schooling in this agricultural school. Then I've applied. They didn't take me to any school. And this girl was like, no, come to my school. They will take you.
Yeah.
She was in college. So I told her, we used to call her Mamkulu. Then we told Mamkulu, Uguti, there's a school, say agriculture. I would love to go there. Like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, very sure. And then she took me there, did everything, registration. I was supposed to start on 2020, go to school. Because remember, we were registered, base applied 2019, so we can go the following year. Yes. And then COVID came. I remember when people started dying, she was one of those that started with. It went too deep. It broke me. I was like, now I need to go back to this life. It was very hard for me. Now I have no one that I would say she was my everything.
Yeah.
I remember 2019 when I took a gap year, I got a job at DSTV. Then when I got, I was like, yo, Mamkulu, she was like, how much do you want? So when are you getting paid? I was like, I'm gonna get paid month. And she was like, okay, I'll send you money to buy food to cover for you until you get paid. So when she passed on, it took me back, and I was like, God, Mara, why are you doing this? Because I thought now my life will change.
Yeah.
Now I need to go back to the life that I used to live, and it's hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got pregnant.
Where were you when she passed? Were you home?
I was at school. I just got a call from my I used to call her, get my sisters. They just told me that Mamkulu, but before she died, she called me because she was supposed to send money for me to buy food at school and pay rent. Then she said, I was like, she was someone that she never wanted us to stress. So she wouldn't tell me where she is.
Okay.
She told me when Masang Vim, she I was like, where are you? Mara, it's nothing. Sharp. Tomorrow I will buy you, I'll send you the money to buy food. Okay. And then the following day, that's when I was called that she's normal.
Sure.
And then I was like, yeah, nah.
Back to the
Life is not giving me a break.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
And I have to think, where do I go from here?
Mm.
Where do I go from here? I have no one. She was the only one that I had. Uti. This is my mom. This is my dad. She loves me with everything that she had. But fortunately, God decided
passed.
otherwise.
Yeah.
It broke me. I don't want to lie. It went too deep to the extent that I thought, God, maybe I don't deserve to be alive.
Sure.
Yeah. And then when she died, she remember I told you that she had kids, that they are old, they are working. They loved me also, as because they accepted me to stay with their mom, supporting me. And then they were like, no, since mom is no longer there and we are all, the other one is in Joburg, the other one is in Bushbuck, because they are all busy with their lives. Like, no, now we cannot continue to stay here because you see, Akna Mundu, we are all busy. I'm like, okay, fine, I understand. Yeah, but it's okay. I will see where I can go. And then that's why ngithi uNkulunkulu wenza izinto ngesikhathi sakhe, and when his plan, no one can go against it. Kanti bekane-best friend yakhe, i-best friend yakhe knew about me. She told her before she even passed on. That means she knew that I will pass on. So, okay, funeral is done, everything's done. I'm going back to school. And then I got a call from the friend of my grandmother, of Mam Kulu. Like, Ugupi, where are you? We call her Todongi. I don't know when she sees this, she doesn't like publicity.
Okay. Yeah, we'll call her aunt.
Yeah, and then she called me, Ugupi, ngathi ngisesikole. That's how, why are you esikolweni? Why didn't you come here? I was like, I told her what happened. She was like, okay. So what's the plan? I was like, not plan. Please come home. This is home until you're okay, you grow up.
Wow.
So just come and stay with us. And I appreciate them a lot because even her husband, he was okay with me. That made that we call him my grandfather now. He's my grandfather. He was okay. He was okay. You can come and stay with us. And I stayed with them until I finished with school. Yeah.
Where do you fall pregnant?
Yeah, when I fell pregnant, the pregnancy part, okay. Okay, in 2019, I remember I told you I took a gap year.
Yeah.
So I started to jola, and then kanti ngidlala wrong.
Yeah.
Then I got pregnant. When my grandmother passed away, my baby was turning 3 months because she passed away on the 24th of October.
Sure.
24 or 4, I don't remember very well. But so my baby was about to turn 3 months. And then the baby dad knew that there was no one. I had no one. You know, when someone knows that you have no one, now you are here. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then life became so hard. Yeah. Okay. Ngabuyela ngaba iphara. Yes, iphara. I would go to, and I'm at college. I'll go to school. I want to thank my lecturers also. They were very supportive.
Yeah.
I'll come to school. Remember, I had the mangaps black. Every day that I will let them. I'll come with my child. The lecturers will take the child. I go to class and learn. And then when I'm out, they take the baby. It was my life like that. And then until I got a job, Emakuleni, because baby daddy, I won't talk about it. I don't talk about him much. But he was not there for me and the child.
So you were a single parent?
Yes, I was a single parent. I got a job in Emakuleni. I started working there to provide for my child and myself.
How much do people in Emakuleni, how much do
I was getting 450 every Sunday, weekly, 450. And the bafunu ukuthi usebenze like every day.
Because Amakule, they don't close.
Yes, they don't close. And I wanna leave, I wanna luto. And I'm like, my baby need to go to school. Okay, it's fine. During the week, she goes to Uye Crash. I was able to pay Crash. Until NSFAS funded me, so my life became better. I was able to pay the school fees, pay the transport, and also my rent, to buy food. Life was very tough. It went back. It reminded me something that I was trying to forget about it. I was like, now I was fighting with it. Now telling it's my pregnancy, it made me to grow more, saying I want to do more for my child. It's no longer about me. It's about her. I don't want her to go through what I went through. Because people change.
People change.
Yeah, they change to an extent that you ask yourself, is this the people that I thought? I change it's still you. Then I was fighting for her to have a better future.
Yes.
And then, I continued with my studies, going like that, going to school, going to work, going to school. The lecture, sometimes I don't have money to pay the crash, then the lecturers will assist me. Sometimes the lecturer say, bring her to me, go and study, you come and take her tomorrow. I go and study, I come back and write. Mind you, I only have 2 trousers that I will wear to go to school. Life was very hard. But I was like, I'm not going to give up in this life. I've been through a lot. This is nothing when I compare where I come from. Yeah, and then I pushed.
You pushed, and then your child was growing at the same time.
Yes, she was growing. She was growing now. I have a very beautiful daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very beautiful. God blessed me with an angel, actually. That's what I would say.
She saved your life.
Yes. Because when I got her, when things got tough, because before when things got tough, I think about killing myself.
It's just you.
Yeah, it's just me alone. I have nothing to leave behind. So after I got her, I was like, if I kill myself, who's going to take care of her?
Yeah.
Where is she going to go?
She's going to go back to being you.
Being me. I need to break this curse because it seems like it's following us.
Yeah.
Because when I check the background of my mother, when people hear it's the same thing that is happening to me. So I don't want that thing to happen to my child. I need to fight for this child. She's my everything. Yeah. I loved her to the extent that I love her more than I love myself. I don't want anything. I don't want her to suffer.
Yeah.
So that was pushing me to work so hard.
So hard. So which part of your life do you now get a little break now? Or maybe you are starting to work, affording crash, rent, and just getting by. Where do you now start to at least catch a break?
It was when I started getting NSFAS.
Yeah.
When I was at college, because I would get 2 point something. It was enough for me and my child. Because I was staying in a room where I'm paying 500, and then it was like at least. But NSFAS it fund you from February until November.
Okay.
So I had to save during that until the following year.
February.
Yes. So that's when I got a break, and then on December I'll look for peace job and find them to provide for my child, to buy her clothes. December shows she can also look good.
Where do you stay by then? Bush? You still around Bush?
Yes, I was still in Bush, but it was Bush at home to the woman that I told about. She took me in when my
grandparents.
Yes, the grandparents that I call them my grandparents now. Yeah, but when I'm at school, they had a lot so they couldn't
assist.
Yes, they will assist where they can, but nabo they had at school, they had to provide for them, so it was just yes. And there was one person that I'll just keep quiet even things but I'll be like, I'm a woman, I need to be strong.
Yeah.
How
do you now, let's go into you now colliding with farming. How do you now collide with farming?
Okay. That's it. I love that question. Because as I've said that when I'm at college, I did primary agriculture and farming. Okay, I did when my final year. We were doing practicals in June. So I went to this other farm. I won't mention the name. We went there for doing practical. Lomlung because you are black. Yeah. He showed us flames.
Yeah.
And then when I was there, I would see the way my mothers were working, the people that were working there. It touched me that I know this thing. Why do I let my mothers suffer like this? Like us as women, because mostly it was women that were working there. It was mostly people who I can call them mothers because they were old. Yes. So the way they were treated, the way they were doing things, I was not happy about it. So I did my practicals. When I was done, I came back and sat down. I was like, Sma, I look myself to the mirror, Sma, what do you want in life? What is it that you want to do in life? You have grown. You have brought someone to this earth. That person you need to provide for her. You need to do better for yourself and for her. And then, I was like, okay, let me finish with this course that I'm doing. After this, then I finished. In December, I sat down again.
Yeah.
I wrote down, what is it that I want? I want to start farming, but I don't have a place to start. Then I remembered that in my previous high school, there's a place that they are using that it's unused and it's big enough for me to start farming. I went to the principal and got an appointment.
Oh, wow.
And then, he was like, okay, unyakang, yabo. He's in Bush, we speak Spolani.
Yeah.
Then I said, I have this big vision that I want to be a farmer. But the problem is I don't have capital to buy a land.
Yeah.
A land is very expensive at Bushback Ridge. It's very expensive, especially when you want to start farming. It's very expensive. So he was like, how do you want us to assist you? I was like, there's an unused land that you're not using and it's big enough for me to start. Then he was like, oh, okay. Are you serious? I was like, yes, I have a vision. The vision is here. I just want to act on it for it to manifest. The dream is there. He was like, okay, we don't have a problem. We can give you that place. But I was like, before you give me that place, you say, I want it to be in a written paper. That CNZ agreement, you write your terms and conditions and everything. Okay, we don't have a problem with that. I think they had a meeting with the SGP and they write everything. Then they signed that they're giving me a lease agreement of 15 years, which is about, that place is about close to 3 hectares. Okay, fine. Like,
Do you
okay.
pay?
No, I'm not paying. I'm just keeping the place clean. Yeah. And then when that happened, I was like, okay, now I have a lease agreement. That means I have a land. What do I do? Smart thing very fast. What do I do? And then by that time I was dating should I say my husband? My fiance? I don't know what.
Your husband.
Yes, then by the time I was dating my husband, Mr. Jola.
Yeah.
Then I went to him and sat down with him that hey, I have this vision. And I went to this place, but I don't have a capital to start. Then he was like, how much will you need? I was like, yo, I'm not sure, but not that much. I want something that's going to kickstart me. I'll be fine after that. Then he was like, okay, go and do quotation of the things that we want. We will see what we can do. Because then he's working at Standard Bank as an IT.
Yeah.
So, and then I went and did my quotation. Then he came back and said, I'm going to give you this amount, which I'm not going to say.
Yes.
And then for you to start. And that's when I met his mom. Then she became my mom. So he introduced me to his mom. Then his mother loved me. She loves me a lot. And then when your child is in a relationship, you want to know the person that he's in a relationship with. She wanted to know where you from, who are you. Then I told her everything. She was like, no, it's fine. We will assist you with your dream. We'll see what we can do in order for you to achieve your goals. Yeah, and then they started helping me. I started with the farming. They hired 2 people for me. My husband was paying those 2 people. Yes, when working, I tried and I pushed until I met Mr. Call this Farmers Agricultural Development.
What are they called?
They call their company, it's called Farmers Agricultural Development and Transformation in South Africa.
It's by who?
I call him Mr. Carl.
Okay.
He's Mr. Carl. Then I met Mr. Carl. And how I met him, that's why I'm saying I'm a fighter, actually. I'm a forcer. I force things.
Yes.
Then I got this thing that we had a meeting in White River, Waka Pulse. So I went there. And but it's Balsa online. I was like, I'm taking a risk. I'm a risk taker. We met there. Then I said that we were looking for farmers around Bushback Ridge. Want to give him a program. Whereas I'm one of them. I'm here.
Wow.
Don't look too far. I'm here. And then they were like, okay, we'll come and see your place. And then they came to my place and then they look at it, were like, this is nice. We are willing to assist because they saw that, I was producing it. And when they got there, I had spinach, I had lettuce, I also had cabbages by that time when they came. So it was in a good state, very late. They were like, no, we love help. We would love to help you. We would try our best. And then, farming, ngapusha, everything was going well. Then, ngahlanyela matamatis, we had spinach, lettuce. I was supposed to deliver on Friday, and then we had the hail. You know when you have that budget good in this product, I'm going to make this amount. Yang shaya yakukula kwasani. Everything that my mother-in-law invested, my husband invested, my family, my invested, everyone invested. It was gone. Everything was gone. There was left nothing. I will show you the pictures. There was nothing left. Like, God, why do you do this to me? Why is this happening like this? Why, when I'm trying to do something for myself, something comes up? I was like, okay, it's fine. And then I went home. At home, I have a very, prayerful women at home.
Yeah.
They pray.
Where is home now at that time?
It's in Bushbuckridge Way. It's in those grandparents that I'm
Yeah.
staying with, that I'm with now,
Okay.
beside my mother-in-law, my
Yeah.
family of my
Are you
husband.
still with that family now?
Yes, we still together, but I'm staying at my own place with my husband and my child.
Okay, so they are still your home.
Yes, they're still my home, because
Wow.
when I say I'm going home, I'm going to
going
them.
there.
I went home, when they've taught you faith and you said, God, I've been through a lot. Now, ngathatha isitulo ngasibeka phansi. Ngiyi-one in my room. I didn't tell, no, I'm telling you now because you're talking about, I never told him. I said, God, let's talk man to man. Why am I suffering? Why is this happening to me? God, I've been a street kid. I went to this and this. I lost my parents. I don't have a family. I'm me alone in this world. I'm just living. I'm nothing. But now I'm trying to make something out of myself. Then you are doing this to me. Why are you doing this? You said you prepare the table before my enemies. Why are you destroying me? Ngimuphi lo nkulunkulu engizomkhomba mina when you do this to me? Now I thought my life would have changed, but now it's nothing. Back to square one now. Where do I start from here? If ngamtshela ngathi if wena unkulunkulu le bambiza bathi unkulunkulu ongalali unkulunkulu ngezeli, you're gonna act on this one.
Yeah.
Ngathatha isitulo ngathi mina sesikhulumile mina now. You're sitting at the chair, I'm joining the 24 elders saying everything is okay. You will make a way. I don't know how you're gonna do it. Angazi where you're gonna start, but I need this. Make a plan. I kept quiet. And then Mr. Carl called. That I would say he's also my father now.
Wow.
He called me, and because I sent them pictures, they were like, really, what happened? Smangele. They called me Smangele. And then I told them, like, yo, we see what we can do. And then they went to knock to doors for me. They went everywhere. They even went to the premier's office to knock doors for me. And they also went to NYDA in Bushbuckridge to knock doors. And eventually NYDA came through. They funded my project because of them. And also they exposed me to other people for me to get assisted. And NYDA helped me, gave me some funds. Then I was like, you know what, now this is a start. I need to use it very wise. Mind you that I have a support of my husband, I have support of my family, I have a support of my mother-in-law. She's always there for me. He's always there for me. And my family, everyone is always there for me to support my dream. And then I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. NYDA ungizamile manje. I continued. And then I'm one person that if there's any event, as long as it involves farmers, I make sure I'm there. Yes. I'm a farmer. I will wear, just that I wanted to come wearing my uniform, just that the weather disappointed me.
It would have been so cool, yeah.
And then I met this other company, it called Sino Violetu. It's in game around White River. They give you workers, they pay for them, they work for you. So I met them. They're like, we're going to give you workers. They will start on the first week of April. I was like, oh, okay. For how long? For 12 months? Yeah, for real.
You pay them?
You will pay them. They're like, yeah, don't worry about that. So, and then the first week of April, we signed a contract, and then they started working. While I was on that, remember I went to college. In college, there are some students that need to do practicals.
Oh, wow.
So they were like, we are bringing those students to your farm. I was like, oh, God, that this is nice. Now I have 8 workers that are working at my farm that they are saying, boss, show me now. And that made me do more research in this farming industry. I said to myself, God, if you did this for me, please bless me to do things like to help others that they were like me. They don't have parents. And what I understood is that not everyone don't have qualification because they wanted to. Some they didn't go to school because they didn't have money at home. Situation being avumi. Some they wanted to go to school but being avumi. And we have some parents that are raising our kids as young people. We give birth and then we run away. We leave the kids with our mothers.
True.
They need a job.
Yeah.
We have people from varsity. They did agriculture. When you apply for a job, they will tell you 1-2 years experience. Where are they going to get that experience? I was like, as Mangele, I'm going to provide that experience. I'm going to make sure that each and everyone around my area get a job as long as it's a youth and he's willing to work or she's willing to work. I will make sure I do that. I will try my best to help them where I can. And then I tried my best. As I'm saying, I have 8 that are working now.
Wow.
But the dream is big.
The dream is big.
I feel like I'm not yet where I want to be because I've understood being a street kid and to get where I am, but because of the grace of God that is upon my life, that's why I am where I am today. So I want to return the favor to God and say, God, thank you. I cannot go to God and say, God, this is the money. But I want to make sure that everyone around my area, and as you know, good, the unemployment rate is very high these days. People go to school, have degrees, have honors, but there's no job. Yes, so I want to provide the job, not only in Bushbuck Ridge, not only in Pumalanga, but all over South Africa. Everyone who wants a job, I'll be able to give them.
Wow. Your story is a story of faith, of not giving up, persistence.
Yeah.
You know, you persisted through it all. And I can imagine, because now you are speaking while you are on the other side. I can imagine when you were going through all those things and still persisting, how difficult that was.
It was very difficult as a pro, to the extent that I feel like, God, I cannot do this anymore. It's too much for me. Like, that's why at some point I would say growing up without your own parents, it's very painful.
Ish.
It's very painful.
Yeah.
It's not nice. Life, ikushaye impilo, uvuke utithinzile, and then I'm trying again, iphinde futhi, I'm trying again. But I was one person that, I'm not a quitter.
Yeah.
I would never give up. I fight for what I want.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make it with or without parents. Now that's why when I remember not long ago, I was a motivational speaker to my college, motivating them that we can do this as women, regardless of unabazal or you don't have anyone. It's not about, so someone on that, when I was busy, I was like, is there any question? Then someone asked me, I'm who and who, but I want to start something, but I don't have parents. It's if we have parents, what were you going to do with them? Yeah, she was like, I was like, I'm asking one to understand. You cannot try in life because you don't have parents. So ngambuza ngathi, what's the plan now? Ufuna ukwenzani now? And then she was like, I don't know where to start. Where do you want to start? Like, problem, family. We are not talking about your family. We are talking about you. Family, it's you. It's your dream. What is it that you want? Okay, where are my family? Where is my family? Where are my parents? I don't know them. But here I am. I'm living. I'm making a living out of nothing. I've been nothing, but now I'm something. It starts from here. So if when ufuna ukuphumelela, keep at that thing that I don't have parents. If abekhona bebazokwenzelani, we have people that have parents but they are not doing anything for them, but they are surviving. When you're still crying that you don't have parents, Aibo, please stop saying that. Because I feel like when someone says, I don't have parents, I'll be like, yay,
and
wake
you'll
up.
cry forever because you will never have parents.
They will never wake up. That's the thing.
Come.
Exactly. What I've learned in this life, when I meet someone, that person is my family. Yeah, now I met you, you're my family. Yeah, I met whoever I meet. Family I'll feel sorry for myself because I don't have parents. I'll be like, I'm done with that. I can cry the whole year, the whole month, the whole day, the whole hour, the whole second. They will never come back. They are gone. And there's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I can do is to change my life, for me to live better. That's the only thing I can do for myself. So if you tell me you don't have parents, I'll be like, hey, come on, say something better.
Wow.
Just tell me what you want to do with your life. We can see how we can help you. But for you, you cannot try in life because you don't have parents. No, girl, come on.
Try another one.
So, but I've tried. You didn't try harder. Try harder than what you did before. In life, you will fight. If we ask you this promise, we were to ask you where you come from. Now you have a story to tell where you come from. But now, Masikbonu Kogama Hills, so like, sure, she's living a life. We don't know what's Lama Hills, Lawa Ananya Pan. Because yes, Mahila said, Uktola Gutuma Hamba, Abhlungu. But to Hamba Ngao, Tine Masikbona, Zousis promises she's cute.
Nice.
We don't know what she's hurting there. True. So in this life, we don't wear our pain. We get up, we fight again. But if it didn't happen today, we try again tomorrow.
That's powerful.
Life goes on. That's what I've learned. And but these young people that are lazy out there, I feel like yes, guys, let's stand up. Let's fight our own so that men cannot take advantage of us because we have nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Sure. You know, you are so right. Life is about fighting through. You might look at yourself and say, oh, I don't have parents. There are other people that have got parents that are abusive. There
Yes.
are other people that have got parents who are millionaires that want nothing to do
Do
with
with
them.
them.
You know, everybody has got dynamics about their lives. And we all fighting, you know. I might not be
Exactly.
burning because of the same reason as you.
Yeah.
But I've got my own problems.
Yes, we all have problems in life,
Yeah.
and angeke siphele.
Yes.
You will never, you can, even those who have millions, they have problems
They
that
do.
they are crying
Yeah.
about. So often, uzohlala phansi, uzikhalele,
Feel sorry for
feel
yourself.
sorry for yourself, and then you are feeling sorry. What next? Are you going to eat that sorry?
No, and it gets, you know, I hate, I used to be a complainer too much. Now I hate complaining when I sma. I would wallow 2 minutes too, and it's enough.
Yeah.
Because if you are just going to always complain, oh, this thing is not, oh, this thing, that will be your life, and time is going.
It's
and
going.
the older you get, the harder it gets now.
Thank you.
The
That's what
older
I'm
you
saying.
get.
Now you meet people, they see this young farmer, they think everything is okay. I'll be like, come on. The more you grow, the more challenges. The more challenges ayakhula.
Now you've
But
got one child.
Yeah.
Sneening, you'll be having another child with your husband. Problems, those are problems
it also-
accumulating.
exactly. But if mina ngizohlala ngikhalisa ukuthi guys,
It
come
gets
on,
worse.
it gets worse. But I've learned to understand that impilo ihlala inenkinga and
Yeah.
we will never solve all.
Yeah.
As long as I wake up in the morning, I have something to eat. I have something to wear. Ngigezile, anginuki. That's enough for me.
Oh, yeah. And when you do have millions one day, you'll have millionaire problems. They are there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It will never end.
I want to take you back to just to educate us. When you said there was hailstorm
Yeah.
when it hit your farm. What happened? Had you planted your vegetables? Were you ready to harvest, and then the weather took? What is that, Tina? We are not farmers. We just see
I
ourselves.
was ready to harvest.
Ah.
As the hail took place, it was on Tuesday, Wednesday. On Friday, I was supposed to deliver.
Where do you deliver?
I've around the supermarket and street vendors, they do coming by.
Yeah.
And now I wouldn't say I've grown, but I've reached to the point where I have agreement with Bo Agri Happy.
At home.
Yeah, where they will say just plant, we come and take from your farm.
Okay.
So I was that thing, it broke my heart.
So when you see, okay, now I'm gonna ask a stupid question. You see the weather is coming, why don't you harvest quick?
No, you can't. You know what? It's tomatoes. Tomatoes, you when you harvest, you need to have it in crates.
Oh.
When I'm going to finish that crate, it's
Okay.
spinach. I prune it one leaf. So when I'm going to finish, my place is bigger. It's from here, maybe that side at the waiting room. It's big.
Yeah.
So I couldn't. So I was like, when I saw it, I thought it's the one of those weather that will pass by.
Will pass by.
But when it started hitting, I was like, When I got a call, because I was at home, the farm is a bit far, it's a 10 minutes walk. When I got a call from someone who stays close, like, your tank are down there. Even the way the rain was so heavy, even my tank, it had to move. My Jojo army, ayale panzi.
Oh no.
Yo, kwasala kungenalutho sis pro, like nothing, as if I didn't do anything. But I wanted to give up. Ngafike ngahlala lapha because I immediately it stopped. I ran to it to see what's happening. When I got there, ngathola amatshe, yabo lama, the hail was still there. It's not yet. I sat on top of it.
Eish.
I was like, God, where do I go from here? Then I was like, girl,
Get
it's
up.
not the time to stress. It's a time for you to think what's the next step. Solution. Crying is not going to help you. I was like, that's when I said, I'm not a quitter. I'm a fighter. I'm going to fight for this one. Is going to be a successful farm. This one, thunder come, thunder goes. I'm still going to make it. And
So now, how do you now as a farmer that is coming up now, that is better than where you were when you were starting? How do you prevent? Do you have like the things that are preventing?
not yet. Those are the things that made me to come to you, actually, to say, here I am.
Yeah.
I have a vision. The vision is big. I've already started, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
So I'm busy looking funds everywhere I can for me to grow my business. Because what I understood that the more I grow, the more Pushback Ridge comes on the map.
Yes.
The more Mpumalanga comes on the map. South Africa comes on the map. Like as I'm saying, as I've said about these white people, I've met people from Mauritius that came with Mr. Carl on. I'll show you pictures. They just came. Is it last week? They were at the farm. They were checking. Are from outside the country. So I know Guti, they are also trying their best to assist. Mr. Carl is trying his best to assist me where he can. He's trying to connect me with everyone that he can on his side. So the exposure, I think it's gonna help my business. It's also gonna assist me to decrease the unemployment rate around my area and hire those mothers that they're raising kids. We left the kids, it's Hambile, Sise Josie. They don't have anything to eat, but at least don't wake up in the morning. That 4.5 that I'm giving them, it make difference to them.
Big difference.
And what motivated me, but I'm not gonna call his name.
Yeah.
I have this guy. He doesn't have grade 12 name, but the way he works.
Yeah.
I was like, so there are people that have the skills, but they don't have the papers.
Yeah.
But us, we need to provide them papers, and also more knowledge so they can put something on the table on their family. That's what made me to say, you know what, I need exposure. I need people, and also to let young people that in farming we are doing okay as women. It's not only for men.
Because really, the podcast is important. The conversations, you guys need to have more conversations, because I'm one of those people that farming, first is for white people, secondly is for men. Thirdly, it's for apartheid kind of a situation, low class and all those things, which is totally so it's just having lack of information.
Yeah, I think it's like
it's an industry, and a huge industry.
Yes. And I think that it's something that as okay, let me talk for myself. As a farmer, I would need to go out there and spread the word and say, guys, this thing, it's no longer for men. It's no longer for white people. Even us, we can do it. Here I am. I'm not talking about someone that I'm showing someone next door. I'm showing you that this is my farm. This is what I'm doing. I mean, every morning when you guys wake up, you bath, you wear your clothes, you go to your office. I wake up, I wear my overall, I wear my hat, I go to the farm.
So what does your day look like? When you get to the farm, what do? You just touch your veggies there?
When I get to the farm, I do scouting.
What is scouting?
Oh, okay. Scouting is when you get to the farm, you check your product that are they okay? Are they growing okay? Is there any something different? Because those pests, they hide. So every day you need to make sure that you check especially your cabbages. Because now my cabbage is already starting to roll. So I need to make sure that I scout every day. So when I get to the farm, they start working around 7:30, but they got there around 8 because some they use a transport there. It's far from their home. Some they stay around there. When you go there, the first thing we do, we pray. Tarada, I've taught them that before we do anything else in this farm, we pray. They say the first wisdom is to fear God. So before what is going to be peace, let us everything before we start everything, let's pray. So when I go to the farm, we pray, and then I divide when you do this, when you do this, when you do this, and then we start working. And I thank God that gave me the people that are working for me. We have a very good relationship, and they understand, because there are people who are older than me, but they understand me. Bayang Hlonipa, also respect them. We work together. We work as a team. Because I told them that I need you. You need me. We need each other. Let's maintain the relationship in order for us to grow. For me to grow, it's up to your hands. For you to get paid, it's up to me. Because I need to, before they get paid, need to write a report that no. So if I don't want you to get paid, I'm not going to write anything. You're not going to get paid. So we need each other. So and I'm grateful to the woman that I've become.
No, you are a strong woman. Like, you are a very strong woman, and you've got a daughter as well. She's gonna look up to you as a role model, So we've run out of time. I wanted to ask, don't you want to check about your family, like your mom? Maybe your mom is out there,
At the moment, I'm saying I need to secure the bag.
Yay!
Because if I start looking for them now, I find them that they're struggling. How am I going to help them?
Ooh, powerful. That's so powerful.
So I want to secure the bag. That
Before
even when
adding.
yes, I may find that maybe unabanya bantwana, I don't know. I may find them struggling. I'm still trying to make it in life.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna sound okay, and I know what the bag is secured. When I find them, I'll be able to assist them.
That's powerful.
Yeah. So at the moment, I'm not in sharp. I'll look for them when the time is right.
Yeah.
For now, let me fight for this farming industry because the plan is that in 2 years, I want to see myself a commission farmer around Bushbuck Ridge, not supplying only Bushbuck Ridge, but even Gauteng.
Yeah.
That I have trucks that comes from Bushbuck Ridge to Gauteng to deliver my stuff.
Written what? Smangele? What is the name of your farm?
My name of my car is Gifenzo Multipurpose Farming.
Yes!
Gifenzo, the name of my child, I have overcome.
Gifenzo.
Gifenzo, yeah. Ndlulile, I've overcome.
Yes.
That's where the names comes from. Kuzamile, I've tried to kill myself so many times, but I've never.
Yeah.
So I was like, this name come from that Gifenze.
Yeah, I've overcome.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait to see my trucks return Gifenze Multipurpose Farming and say we are going to Joburg, we are going to how they're going to Eastern Cape, we are going to and sing like my aim is that if I'll see myself owning maybe 20 hectares that I'll be hiring more than 100 people, I'll be at peace.
Wow.
Because I will know that people will sleep badly because of me. People bane hope because of me. People go to as in our area, as in Bushbuck Ridge, we don't really have young farmers, especially female. So I want to put Bushbuck Ridge at the map. And now that I've applied, I'm a fund, Premier's Youth Fund, and hopefully, because no Premier is also from Mpumalanga, when I say no, let me help ekhaya uyabo ukuthi imap ikhona ukuphakama ukuthi nathi in Bushbuck Ridge we are doing something. There's something. Remember, we don't have minds. In Bushbuck Ridge we have nothing. The only thing we can do is farming. So
Smangele, thank you so much. I am inspired myself. Your spirit, you've got a spirit of a warrior. You know, you are fighting through. And that's really about life. You don't let life happen to you. Things happen every single day. So if you would always succumb to everything that is happening to you, this one said that, I don't have this.
You never have anything.
You'll never have anything.
And you will never have everything.
Yeah.
Now I may have the things that I didn't have before, but there's more that I want.
Yeah.
We are both cooler. Even if 100%. I can say I have a house in Sandton, it's not gonna be enough.
You're gonna want in Cape Town.
Is that when I have it, I'm gonna want
to buy.
Yes. So I think we need to be grateful on what we have.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mama. Your story is a story of I just wish we've hosted people here where they've gotten help, and I just really wish you this podcast goes to the right people. So that you can get help. Yeah,
that's my prayer. I pray that it gets to the right people, and they're helping me. I mean, it's no longer it's no longer that you give money. Yes, we need money, but if you can say, I'm here as this pro, I want to buy you a land, or I'm here as this pro, I want to buy you equipment. What is it that you need? Money. You give me if you feel like, but it's no longer that much about money. I will make money out of the things that will buy for me because I trust myself. I would do that.
You'll multiply.
Yes.
Where can people, when somebody wants to help you or get in contact with you, do you want to leave, do you have a business number or an email address, or you're okay with giving your number?
I'm okay with giving my number because I know they won't just call for no reason. They will call.
You trust the internet people.
I matter those people, but I can give my. Now we live in the life of social media.
Yes, you can.
In
give
social
your
media, I will
handles.
choose who to give them, and that person text me. And that's when we're gonna exchange numbers.
100%.
Because for now to give them numbers,
it's gonna be a problem. They're gonna call. There are people that are not well out there that are just.
Right.
And people are on the internet for various reasons.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what has made me feel good about myself is that I have people that I'm mentoring,
Ooh.
They're also saying, I'm learning something from you. I want to do this, but let me start learning something. I was like, that means I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
That means I'm doing a good job. And I want more than that.
Yeah.
We have kids. Another thing that I would like to talk about a bit is if as parents nabantwana, let them choose their career. If let not try to live your dream into your,
your kids.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
let
what
them
most
do
parents
let them do what they want. So I want that thing when you say I want my child to be a farmer, there's money that will take it through. When there's something, we take it through. So those are the things that I'm willing, that's why I'm looking for assistance, saying these are the things that I want to achieve. If I achieve that, knowing that I have more than 20 people that are under my mentorship, I will know I'm doing good in this industry, because the aim is to grow, to do better, to do good. It's not, yes, money, we need it to have money to make profit out of the business, but also to provide, because my aim, my wish is that if my business go according to my plan the way I want to, I would love to help people who are in need. As I was.
Charity.
Yes, charity. And also build a very big home for people that will come and stay there. People who are like me. You didn't have anywhere to go. You don't have family. You're just on your own. So, and I'll be able to, we don't buy food. I produce food. They eat. Life goes on. So that's the dream. And also provide work for people.
So we will leave your social media handles here. You say people must get you on TikTok. Do you have a TikTok account?
Yes.
Where are you active every day?
It's TikTok and also on Instagram and Facebook. I'm there.
So we'll leave your TikTok and your Instagram account. So guys, you can inbox her on those platforms. You don't have an email address?
I do have an email address.
Do you check it? Is it active?
Yes, it's active.
We'll leave your email address as well, because there are other ones that are professional. They're not necessarily on social media.
Yes.
So we'll also leave her email address. Thank you so much, Sma. This marks the end of our conversation.
Thank you for having me. It's a great honor to be here.
Yeah, we can't wait. In the next year, 2 years, you'll be here telling us a total different...
That's the aim.
Yes.
I want to call and say, I have something to say. Things are...
Please, I'm coming to Joburg to come and do a follow-up.
And I would also love for you guys to come.
Yeah.
And see, bantu, you just do a podcast, then you don't go to the people and see how are they doing.
Okay.
So I want you to come and see, this is what we were talking about. Now we can see what we were talking about.
Okay.
So
production, but we must go to Bushbuckridge from here to see
what's happening
there. Thank you so much. We'll try our best. That is actually such a great suggestion. So guys, this marks the end of my conversation with Sma. Very inspirational, a story of a woman that is rising against all odds. I refuse. You are refusing with yourself. Anyway, I'll see you in the next episode. Please take this moment to subscribe. Subscribe is absolutely free. I'm trying to reach 100K subscribers by the end of June. Please take this moment to subscribe. Bye.